Hello, YouTuber. Welcome. Actually, how are you feeling that brandy?
Not if I...
You don't feel it? Not even a little bit?
Do you think I feel more relaxed?
Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Ziangs Oriental Food Workshop. On this channel, we teach you how to do Chinese takeaway food. Mum, how long has Gung Gung been doing this for?
In the 5 days.
In the 5 days. And Gung Gung is granddad,
Yes.
in case you were wondering. So yeah, we've been doing this for a long time, so we know what we're talking about. If you're into that kind of thing, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah. Subscribe.
Yeah. Anyway, today's video, we are teaching you how to do the Somerset version. I know other places do it like this as well, but there are some places in London that do it completely differently, and up north especially, their dishes can vary. But this is a house special fried rice. I don't personally think there's anything special about it. It's literally just a chop suey with fried rice.
In the 80s it was.
But oh yeah, in the 80s it was a
70.
It was a huge deal,
70,
wasn't it?
Yeah. How special.
Most people hadn't even seen a Chinese person back then. Anyway, yeah, how special.
They're so small you couldn't even see them.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not feeling that, Brandy. We're not going to teach you how to do the fried rice because we've done a video before on that. So we've actually pre-done some fried rice. I will link the fried rice video below. So if you haven't seen that already, you can go back and watch that. We're just teaching you how to do the second part because it's 2 parts and you come together as one.
Yeah.
Thank you to all you new patrons out there. Really appreciate the support to the channel. In fact, all you subscribers, just subscribing, hitting that like button gets us a step closer to doing this full time, which is what we really want to do.
Then you see more of us.
Yeah.
More cooking.
More mum, which
Yeah.
is basically what you guys tune in for. Let's be honest. I'm just the guy who talks.
Yes.
Don't agree. Anyway, we'll get on with the cooking now.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything out?
You tell us if we miss anything.
No, I mean for the intro.
Oh, okay.
No, I can't think of it.
I cannot think of anything. Do I speaking louder now?
One brandy. One brandy.
No,
Anyway.
just one shot.
Anyway, we'll get on with cooking this now.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this you'll need a really good handful of bean sprouts, half a small onion, only 3 or 4 pieces, well 3 pieces of Chinese roast pork. We taught you how to do that. I'll link the video below to how to do that. Couple pieces of boiled chicken. Again, Morrison's now do like the 80%, which is what takeaways use, so go check that out. 2 large mushrooms, 3 king prawns, a dash of dark soy, 1/3 teaspoon of MSG, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 2 dessert spoons of light soya. You'll also need a splash of xiaosing, rice, Chinese rice wine that is, and oil. You'll also need to fill up a pan, only about 200 milliliters of oil, just to fry off the Chinese roast pork, and that's what you use to top the whole thing with. Okay, as always, we're going to heat the pan up, and you can tell when it's hot enough because it starts smoking. That's when you add the oil. This bit takes the longest.
Yes. You've got jet burner, it takes a split second.
What at work?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, when the pan's up to temperature, in goes your oil. A dessert spoon.
Yeah.
You want to move that around a bit.
Move over.
Move over. What, the
Oil.
oil? I thought you were talking to me. It's like, I'm not in the way. Now in goes your chicken.
Yeah.
Your king prawns. And your onions. And you want to cook these off for a little bit.
Browning, yeah?
Yeah.
You see it's browning? Give it a turn. Look at that.
Looks delicious, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, now in goes just MSG. and your salt. You want to try and brown the MSG off. And get your mushrooms. You don't want to put the mushrooms in at the start because they'll sweat, and then you won't get a nice caramelized flavour on your chicken and your king prawns. So you stir that round. King prawns really do make a lovely smell, don't they, Ma? You're too busy smelling to answer.
Yeah, I want miles away.
Right, in go the bean sprouts.
Yep.
Cook them for about 30-40 seconds, and then you'll add 200 millilitres of water, which I actually forgot to tell you again in the start, so that is my fault. So now in goes your water. I said 200, but I only used 150 there. In goes the light soya sauce. You want just a drop of dark, it's for a bit of colour. And now a drop of Ziangs rice wine.
Okay.
So actually that was about 2 teaspoons, not a drop. And you want to cook that rice wine off. You need potato starch as well, which I again forgot sincerely. As soon as I'm going through and remembering to tell you these things, that's my fault completely. It's because we're trying to shoot a lot in one day. So the water, when it goes in, you want to bring it to the boil, and then you'll cook it for a little bit. You also want to kind of leave a well in the middle. If you don't do that, it doesn't evaporate off as quick. You're left standing here for ages, and then everything just goes a bit tasteless, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If we were doing this for ourselves, it's not a dish that we would actually cook in our shop, because we do very traditional food in our place. We would actually add garlic into this. 99% of takeaways won't put garlic into this. In fact, some takeaways don't even put soy sauce in. So, you know, if you have a clear sauce and you're wondering what it is, it's this, but with a bit more MSG and salt and no soy whatsoever. Okay, now it's time to thicken. You add it bit by bit, because if you chuck it all in. We also had a question once, someone said they were using the potato starch or corn flour and it was going powdery. It's because the heat wasn't hot enough, so you're not cooking it out.
Bit more?
Yeah, a bit thicker.
Yeah, I like thicker sauce.
Yeah, well, it's always quite thick in this, isn't it?
Yeah, it look nicer. Look at that.
Yeah. I'd say a bit thicker. Just because we're going to leave it on the side for a little bit longer than you guys would at home. Yeah, perfect. I don't even really like prawns, and that looks amazing.
Get all the sauce in.
So we'll set this to the side for a couple minutes, because the next phase is the Chinese roast pork. And all you're going to do is fry it and then place it on the top. You don't need to fry it for very long. Okay, so it'll take about 4 or 5 minutes for this oil to heat up. We actually put this on a side pan, so it's hotter than it would normally be if you were cooking with it at home. If you can handle 2 pots at one time, by all means do. We just show you one bit at a time, just in case you are very new to cooking and you just want to try this. Okay, so the oil's hot enough now, so we're going to put 1, 2, 3 pieces in. And we'll just cook these to the brown, which will take about 2-3 minutes. Fortunately, we haven't got any chilli today, so we haven't been able to put chilli on anything, which actually makes me very sad.
Yeah, I'm going with jaw syndrome. You can see it's starting browning, yeah?
I said this in the video for the tassel or Chinese roast pork before. Pork collar is the best. You cannot beat it. We had to use loin, but when we cook it in the shop, we always use pork collar. It's just far more tender.
Yeah, or shoulder.
Pork collar is the best.
Yeah, but you can't get collar.
Yeah.
In the shop, you can get pork shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Look at that. You want it a bit browner, yeah? Don't do that.
Dropping the spoon is optional.
On top. Look.
Okay, so here we have the finished dish. As always, we're going to try it for you. When you just hold it, Mum. So simple. It's just a matter of timing, getting the roast pork right, getting your fried rice right. But at the end of the day, if you make your fried rice, you can actually cover it and put it into a warm oven and keep it there for a couple of minutes or so while you make everything else. It's not that difficult. Thoughts on it, Mum?
What?
On the dish? Don't look so worried.
It's lovely. I just like it.
You like it? It's good. Mum showing you a prawn. Mum loves seafood, don't you? But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. If you'd like to support the channel, by all means head over to Patreon. We have a website as well that would help us go full time if you guys check that out, and maybe order off it if you fancy something you see there. I don't know. I'm not a very good salesman. But anyway, happy cooking.
Happy cooking.
And we're going to finish this off.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.